My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Ooh, Necrobind Day. I mean, I see the Silver Crucible. I want to take the Silver Crucible. How do I justify taking the Silver Crucible? Oh my god, it's very easy to justify. If we're incredibly powerful by this point, we can decide to even go for an extra 2 elites and a rest site, as well as a late shop. Oh, please give me that power. Alright. Let us... What's it here? You're gonna be staggered next... You're gonna be stunned rather next turn, not doing anything. Okay, frontline I can take out with this. So this is defend and then strike in order to take out... Yeah, Toadpole in frontline next turn. And for the rest of this, we should be fine. Very easily, in fact. Explosive Ampule. Nice to have that. Then Reeve, Poke, and Sculpting Strike. There is a small consideration for Sculpting Strike because of Soulfish. It would give me the ability to give Ethereal to the Beckons. They would still deal 6 HP damage to me, but then they would disappear. Although I think the choice here is Reeve. Okay. Ugh. Just no defense in that hand whatsoever. Yeah, that's the regrettable result of that. Haunt. I mean, I love Invoke, but give me the Haunt. Upgrade a random card in the deck. I'll take that. Happily. It's defensive. Random relic. Oh my gosh! Venerable T-Set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. That's going to be really helpful for each of these elites, which are all positioned immediately after a rest site. Cleanse. Cleanse gives us the ability to start countering that Beckon in the late fight, so very, very handy there. I'll upgrade Bodyguard before the first elite. Thank heck it's the AoE fight. This is significantly better for us than most other options. It's Cleanse through Clumsy. Defend. I'll Explosive Ampule first. Backline's going to be one of the most annoying next turn. I can take you down to 11 HP with this. Unfortunately, that does mean I still need to double strike you. Or hopefully we draw Reeve, and that's instant kill. Definitely my preferred of the choices. We did not draw Reeve. We do not have the instant kill. I will have it, however, in next hand. That'll do it, preventing 10 damage. Oh, drop a single block. Seven takes the back line. Full defense there as well. I've got a soul in the draw pile. Bodyguard, defend, and cleanse through just defend. Cleanse drops a defend. We can unleash, kill the front line, Reeve on the second one, and it's going to be real difficult for you, buddy, to do any more damage to us. Okay. Yeah, I mean, fighting these without AoE other than just... Oh my god. Without AoE... Defile just for damage? I think I take a single defile just for damage here. Fighting those enemies without AoE other than a potion and coming away alive is good enough for me. Alright. One more elite and then a rest after. This is almost certainly weak pot turn 1. Haunt isn't going to do a huge amount of damage, so I'll actually just keep up my damage. Hopefully I draw Haunt this hand, and then I can just play it immediately before the soul. Hey! So we do. Then Bodyguard and Unleash for the stagger this turn. Reeve Defile Strike, great. Soul, Defile Reeve. Got him! Tiny Mailbox. Whenever you rest, procure a random potion. One great reason not to rest here is in case we got something in this fight, which we did, which triggers on rest. Ooh! Necromastery or Death March? I want Death March a lot. It's so good. Such a good card. I'll rest here, gaining Liquid Bronze. Do you attack enough that I carry a Liquid Bronze here? How consistent is my damage and my defense against you? Pretty consistent, actually, because we're using temp HP. Don't ever say anything. There it goes. Yeah, it could have been worse than that. Bodyguard defend Death March. Whoop. Unfortunately, shorter than kill there as well. Got him in the end. Bowler Hat. Gain 20% additional gold. I picked that up before the money because you get more money if you do that. Spur. I don't have any X's in this deck. Unfortunately, there's also no more... that's really annoying. Unfortunately, there's also... Well, I was about to say, unfortunately, there's also no more soul gain in here. There's literally a Reeve right there. I was just... blind? I also need to focus on our defense a bit more, so I'm going to take an ultimate defend. I also want Ripple Basin. If you didn't play... no, because Reeve is too essential. Maybe not, actually. I'll take Spur number 2 as well, actually, and then hold the rest of this money. Bodyguard, ultimate defend, and Spur. Reeve. Got an explosive ampule, just in case it comes down to that. Great one. And I'll drop the energy pot for the... Sorry, I'll drop the explosive ampule for the energy pot. Because we have... Because we have cleanse in this deck, I think I can get away with the upgrade here instead. I will, however, use liquid bronze. Not that it's incredible against this enemy. We're just going to be here long enough that it's going to be relevant still. Must you be intangible this turn? I really didn't draw a single defensive card of any kind. Defend, 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 defend. None of these. And in fact, I drew all of my best damage cards. Great. Well, play Defile here just so I can keep it in the deck. Ha 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 ha. Good thing I'm so well defended this turn. Back in bodyguard defend. I can hold those spurs for another turn. Defile, Reeve, spur 1. Cleanse a beacon from the draw pile. That's always going to be priority. Okay, we appear to be escaping this. Some success. Cleanse through the inevitable beacon, draw. Come on. Defile will do it. No research. What do I need? Speed. When do I need it? Yesterday. When you end a turn without, with an unspent energy, gain 2 additional energy next turn. Or exhaust the first hand, each combat that you just look at and you're like, yeah, I don't know about this one. That destroying a whole hand for us is actually really impactful, I think. Remove 5 cards from the deck, return them upgraded. How well would I even do without cards in this deck? Okay, so what paths are we going with? There's a... what, 2 rests? Okay, yeah, maximums are 2 rests. There's a 2 rest, 3 elite, late shop. Not so interested in that one. Early shop 2... well, I guess if I am... so, this is the line that I'm looking at. Early shop, early elite. Unfortunately, that elite's before a rest site. We're on the 2nd floor. That doesn't matter as much. And then cut back over this way at the very end, elite and shop. So that I can try and take advantage of the surplus of gold I have at the moment. Ending a turn with additional energy to give you energy next turn is really useful. I just got to remember that I actually have it and use it. Woof. Look for an attack potion to see if I can do anything about this. I can't really. I'll take misery because we'll be able to use that to spread the imbalance debuff. So if I ever manage to block an attack, who knows if that's going to happen, it'll be able to kill the... well, stagger these enemies. Still haven't managed. There we go. Oh my god. All of that so that I could just draw 2 more cards and play nothing. Grave Warden. Spur. Death March. Cleanse through Soul. As long as the HP pool is large enough, we are okay. I will take the upgraded Wisp. I do need additional energy when I'm going through my first cycle at the moment. Grave Warden, Bodyguard. I don't want to play any of those, so I'm going to end this turn without doing so in order to get 2 additional energy next turn. Wow! And then I'll just retain these. Do it again. It's going to be hard not to end this turn with additional leftover. Yeah, I couldn't spend it all if I wanted to. We've got File. Perfect. Strike, strike. Do I go through everything? Yeah, defend, cleanse, drop the Ascender's Bane, Wisp just to get the energy so that I get more energy next turn. Perfect. That'll do it. Dredge, Enfeebling Touch, pull aggro. I feel of these, it's either Dredge, Enfeebling. My boss at the end of the floor is the Kaiser Crab. Enfeebling Touch is decent in that fight. It's not incredible. With Dredge, I'm going to be, like, seriously considering trying to get massive value out of whenever I get additional energy, which then kind of stops the train of Pale's Tears a little bit. I'll take Enfeebling Touch. Oh, how many powers do I have? 1, 2. Worthwhile. Every time I play a power, deal 8 damage to all enemies. Oh! Permafrost. First time each combat, you play a power, gain 6 block. There's also Punch Dagger. I don't think that's relevant to us, is it? No. Get rid of that decay. Equilibrium. No, I'll hold my money here so that I can make better use of the late shop on the floor. Here I'm actually going to choose one of 5 random cards. I'm looking for... I'll take energy, but I was looking for souls. So I wanted to go with cards that were from the class I'm playing. See, this is a good opening hand. Look, we can defend ourselves. And not only can we defend ourselves, we can also gain additional energy next time. Uh-oh. Well, that's worse. Yeah, like I can deal damage under there. It just doesn't really matter that I can. Oh boy. Oh, why do I feel like this guy is gonna gut me? That Death March is gonna be great. Cleanse through base strike. We've got Soul, Norosurge, Reeve, and Death March. Beautiful. Set up the Spur next turn as well. Thank heck. We got Enfeebling Touch on exactly the turn that it was needed. Without that, I do not know how or if this fight progresses. I mean, like, I don't... Ooh. Spent too much energy that turn. Mm-hmm. Got him. Woof. Kunais. Swift Potion. Scourge. Countdown poke. No, thank you. I'm taking Explosive Ampule instead of Swift Potion. Here, it's gotta be Rest. Sorry, Swift Potion instead of Explosive Ampule was a trade. Festive Popper. At the start of combat, deal 9 damage to all enemies. We got a lot of things affecting our AoE in very kind ways. This has to be... Cut 2 of the strikes to get an ultimate strike. I really want to go to that late elite. I'm going to take an additional rest here. This is probably too much. Give me the Potion of Doom. Especially if, well, I have to find a link no matter which way I go here. Decimillipede is going to be a... Yeah, Decimillipede's going to be interesting. I hope it's not Decimillipede, but it's a 50-50. So, we should prepare for it to be Decimillipede. Grave Warden, Haunt. Drop a cleanse through Clumsy. Reeve. Yeah, it's got Nora Surge. Nora Surge will kill Parafright when I play it. Or Parafright will already be dead. One of those will be the case. Pretty close to a kill that turn. I was about to say most reasonable hands can finish it, and we have exact damage. There's the Grave Warden I've been desperately asking for. Oh my god. We dodged him. Everything is right with the world. The birds outside are singing. It's nighttime, but they're singing a very, very chipper tune. They know exactly what's happening inside here, and they want to congratulate me. I appreciate it, birds! Let's get rid of the strike that I'm never going to play in this cycle, and then drop a Wisp. Oh, baby. 1, 2, 3. Reeve, go. Paul Reeve, go. Soul, please. You absolute. All right. That's why we save HP on Osty. So that he can defend us when no one else will. Reeve. File. Reeve, got him. Red Mask. At the start of combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Second Sculpting Strike and Eradicate. I'm not even going to take... actually, with the additional energy I get on future turns... Yeah, I can use Eradicate to set up lethals. Oh! Kifuda? Hey! Grave Warden. Kifuda, upon pickup, enchant 3 cards with Adroit, which means they gain a ability to trigger block. I do have Kunai, which gives me the ability to scale my decks, which would also scale the block from those cards. However, I don't really attack 3 times in almost any of my turns, so I think Kifuda is generally quite good, but I think I go with Grave Warden, straight up remove another strike. I'm removing the strike instead of the Clumsy because the Clumsy is ethereal. It burns itself out of the deck after I first draw it, which means in longer fights, if I'm not going to be playing the strike that I would have drawn instead of a Clumsy, which most of the time this late, without an upgrade, without a strength deck, etc., I'm probably just not going to play. If I'm not going to be playing it anyway, this version at least is not in the deck when I cycle back. Go through a base defend. Okay, so I can turn around with the Enfeebling Touch. I wonder if I need the Power Potion here. I'm gonna take it, yeah. Sleight of Flesh, Devour Life, and Necromastery. I don't put that many debuffs out on the enemies. I have pretty much the only debuff I put on enemies in hand. I'll take Necromastery. It does its effect in AoE. It's pretty useful. Also, especially with a spur, maybe it'll actually do some real work for us. We don't lose Osty here, but might as well go for that heal. Miss out on 22 damage. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the heal that turn. Okay. That could have been better. Okay, it could have been significantly better than that, leaving those souls in the bottom of the draw pile without getting more than a single Grey Warden. Woof. Turn around, soul summon, Grey Warden. Yeah. Righto. Sadly, we lose Osty there, but at least we do 37 damage to both of the enemies. Drop a Borrowed Time and Grave Warden before cycling this deck. Definitely want to get Bodyguard and Defile out on the field as well. Grave Warden. I'll go for the Unfeebling. Grave Warden again. Cleanse through a base defense seems fine. We'll... Spur? Damage didn't really make sense that turn. Okay, great. Grave Warden, Borrowed Time, Soul, Soul Draw Soul. Soul Draw Soul. Reeve, Soul. No more Soul. What do I even do? Spur. So we've got just short of lethal on rockets. Does mean I can just push for that using the Eradicate. Hey, Enfeebling Touch turns up on the perfect turn there. I'll cleanse through Reeve. It's fine. Grave Warden, Defile, Soul. Got him. Misery again. We don't have that many debuffs that we actually could spread. I'll take it. I'll take the main. Add enthrall to the deck, gain an energy at the start of each turn. The problem is we cycle the deck constantly, so we'll get back to the enthrall quite quickly. I really don't want the Lord's Parasol. Messes up our deck. Seer Talon. Add 2 random curses and 3 wishes to the deck. The ability to pull out Neurosurge or Domain or Enfeebling Touch at the right turn. Oh, hell yeah, Guilty! Oh, that's the best curse to be given! It's removed from our deck after 5 combats. Of course, there is also some debt that we have to deal with. Ooh. What do we think about these lines? Bad. I'm going to take this first left so that I can remove the debt. $14 by 4 is 56, is not lethal. 14 by 5 is 70, that is. Yeah, unfortunately now I actually have to defend appropriately, so let's pull a unupgraded Grave Warden out of the deck. I could have sworn it was an upgraded Grave Warden. Oh, okay. An unupgraded Grave Warden out of the deck, I guess. I really do want you dead. I do have the cleanse in the deck. Maybe I should have taken Enthralled, actually. 17. Bodyguard defend. Woof. I killed your friend way too early. Evidently, you are mad about it. I didn't mean to offend. I merely wanted to murder. I promise you, my intent was pure. I just wanted you to die. Afterlife, flatten, pull aggro. I don't need any of those. I see Dirge. I acknowledge Dirge. I take Dirge. It's right. I don't know what to tell you. It is. All right. I'll take the ability to play Domain on the first turn for free. Must it be this way though? $140 damage. Get him with Eradicate. Flex Pot as well. And Death March too. I'll take the Grave Warden, but it's nice to see it. I'm not taking the full heal here. I'm not even taking fights this floor, buddy. Ooh, thank you. Regal Pillow. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. I'll Doug. Let's get Neurosurge so that this Domain can be played. It's good AoE damage as well. I'll leave that there. Pull me out a soul, please. Spur. Ultimate Strike, leave that wish. Eradicate's still short. I think this turn should be some version of defend, though. Oh, damn. Seven times 104 is 27's 90, 98. Okay, Flex Pot will finish it. Only if the delay was upgraded does it get added to this deck. It is, so it is. It is, so it is. Pull out Neurosurge. Neurosurge. All of that, then borrow time at the end of the turn just to carry an additional energy into the next turn. Giving us an HP pool to really restore with these spurs. Enfeeble that backline. Cleanse through a guilty I don't want to draw. We'll wish for delay. Ugh. If I knew I was about to draw Domain, I would have done something differently there. The fight's actually probably not long enough that playing Domain is worth it here. Get him the Death March. No need for those. It's definitely got to be... Ooh, Mercury Hourglass. Damn, we've got so much of our AoE from these resources up here. Holds. Yep, Potion of Doom goes down in this combat. So I need strongest AoE I have access to, which is genuinely nothing. All right, yeah, maybe I should have put some of that in the deck. I've got all of the effects that are doing it, which is nice, but like that's not gonna it's not gonna kill any of these targets that quick. Okay, we'll cleanse through a debt. I'm definitely going to throw Potion of Doom on Spectral Knight. I want it dead as soon as possible. I would like to be able to retain some cards in hand. I'm going to wish for Neurosurge. I'll play that. Grey Warden, Dirge, Wisp. Ooh. 2 energy next turn, worth unleashing for 27 damage this turn. Yes. Yes, I absolutely think so. Looking for my biggest defensive plays. Sadly, I lose my Eradicate here. Hey, I got a point of Dex finally. Alright, can I do enough damage to that back line to prevent that damage? Yes, I can. We have Death March. Alright, and that's where the Death March has got to go. Then I'll drop to main and cleanse through one of the cards in the draw pile. Oh, I could have defended better against that. Oops. There goes Guilty. Prayer Wheel. Normal enemies drop an additional card award. Grave Blast is already upgraded, so it doesn't exhaust. It just gives us the ability to fetch a card from the discard pile. Grave Wheel Defend. And... okay, I'll wish Neurosurge. Play it. Strongest enemy gets Enfeebling Touch, so I don't have to deal with you again. Then 6 and 7 is enough damage to take down the 13 HP Scroll of Biting. And then that can return Dirge to hand here. I'll defend and then Dirge. I'll wish for Haunt. This is an AoE play. And that's enough. So, there's also no escape there. I don't really give Doom to the enemy, so no escape doesn't matter. Scourge. So, I don't need more AoE if I'm about to go to the bosses. Oblivion, though. Whenever you play a card this turn, give 3 Doom to the enemy. Actually, that makes no escape also much more viable. I'm going to be dodging the final lead as well. I feel like our floor fights are really risky for us, basically, right now. Domain and Enfeebling Touch. Very glad to have this Permafrost. Gonna wish for Dirge. There you are. I'm going to cleanse through Debt, Dirge, and then Wisp just to gain the additional energy. so that I have 6 energy at the top of the next turn. Unleash holes. Pull out Oblivion so that I can start trying to collect some Doom on this enemy, especially if I do manage to just cycle through souls for a bunch of time here. That'll really help. Great. Yeah, it turns out it really helps. Potion Binding and Negative Pulse. 6 block, 11 Doom to all enemies. Invoke is really good for us. I'll take the Negative Pulse as well. I'm taking Lantern. Energy on the first turn. Rest back up. The longer the fight goes, the more important a deck spot will be for me. We're not on the beta branch, so I think I use the deck spot in this first fight. Grey Warden, Grey Warden. Reeve, Defile. Your turn. I'm going to use this to wish for Domain. I even have the ability not to play anything after that, so we're up to 6 energy this turn. Hell yeah. Oblivion, Neurosurge. Woof. Soul. Woof. Okay, that got about as bad as it does. Alright, we're just taking a bunch of damage this turn. Oof. It's good to see a big delay, but oh boy. Yep. I need like a really big Dirge to help me now. I do have Dodge in the draw pile. Got Oblivion in the disc. What do you got? Negative Pulse. The thing is, I feel like I should play No Escape when I have it for the additional Doom scaling for the Queen, but like... it needs to be Dodge. Because I know I've got Oblivion still left in this draw pile. Oh, hell yeah, Enfeebling Touch. I know I've still got Oblivion left in this draw pile, and it becomes really important. I do not have Oblivion left in the draw pile. That is a hallucination that I was having. Okay. What is the best setup I can do with this turn? It would be Wish into... not Cleanse, sorry. Haunts. Grey Warden ends. There's Invoke. Invoke, Bodyguard, and follow up Big Dirge. Just enough health to survive with Osty. Both Grave Blast and Enfeebling Strike are in the discard. Wait, Enfeebling Strike isn't gone, is it? Oh my god, it totally is. I drew back into it. That sucks. I could kill Torture Amalgam. The only problem is as soon as I do that, the Queen turns around and kills me. And I don't want to die. I have so much to live for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead. Damn it. Mm-hmm. Happy to see Death March and Soul both here, and no escape. I do not think they are going to alter the outcome, but it is nice to see them. Sadly, I don't get any additional energy for the next turn. 21. I'll cleanse debts. We've got Grey Blast. I've got access to the entire discard pile, including no escape again, which is typically what I'm going to want to pull from it. Pretty sure if I don't draw something significantly more defensive than that, I die, though. Shouldn't have played that last card. I'm dead, though. Yeah, top of this turn, I've already got lethal on us. I got your torch head. Broke your stupid crap, moron. Up. Don't you dare say the same to me. Don't you dare. Yeah, definitely a deck where I was trying to generate enough resources in order to be able to generate like enough max HP in order to survive. I also did add 2 other win conditions. Obviously, we've got like the haunt damage, but we've also got the Oblivion for some doom, and then trying to scale that up as well with the Grey Blast to be able to bounce back no escape. All of that had a chance. It's just this deck was doing so much that by the time it was through its first cycle and by the time it was ready to do any of those kinds of things, so many of the enemies had done so much damage to us. Like, even the fights that we won, we tended to win by getting very, very low on HP and then overwhelming the enemy with temp HP and just being unbeatable eventually at a certain point. I was hoping that was going to bear out in these final 2 fights as well, but evidently it did not. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is the series playlist for all of my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank tier. And special thanks this episode to Moloko. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.